Let's see how that boy Anthony Edwards trained for the playoffs. I ain't gonna lie, hold on. Let me check the bracket right quick. Yeah. Cause I know the Houston Rockets played today. Lakers. Okay. Whoever went out of that, I got. All right, so look, this is my predictions. Let me say all my predictions right quick. I'm gonna say Lakers. Feel me? I'm gonna say this is a good little lineup right here. But look, I'm gonna say Lakers here, Timberwolves here. It's either Lakers or the Timberwolves for the championship. Of course, I want the Lakers. I'm biased. Out of these folks, Pistons and Magic, I'm gonna say Magic versus the Cavaliers. Then I'm gonna say that hopefully the Knicks. Knicks versus Celtics would hit. I ain't gonna lie, that would hit. Out of that, I'm going Knicks right here. Knicks versus the Cavaliers. Cavaliers probably gonna win that. Shout out to New York City though. Cavaliers versus Lakers. That's what I really want. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really want. Cavaliers versus Lakers. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how that go. All right, but let's see how you prepare for the playoffs.
I think I look like everybody.
I already watched this. Nah, this came out a day ago. All right, let me go back to the start.
Oh my God! Lock!
Number 27 from Georgia, standing 6'4", rocking the Divine.
You said hard.
How does your recovery program today compare to your rookie year?
Night and day. I didn't get no treatment in my rookie year. D. Hines wasn't here, so I didn't even really get too much treatment.
The NBA, you got a ton of travel, games in between, and you guys got expected to play huge minutes, and so recovery is huge.
How has it been dealing with the injuries this season?
It's been cool because it was not too major. Everything been super light, so it's been cool. Every day we stretch, but every other day it's like recovery, treatment. Like this is the first time I actually really been hurt. And my back be bothering me, so it was like, bro, I got to get more treatment. And then when I started realizing it was good for me, then I'm going to go all the time.
If you look at the past 4 seasons, I'm starting with USAB, us going into the Western Conference Finals, USAB, Western Conference Finals. I think just playing a lot of basketball, just looking at maintenance ways that we could apply recovery modalities, whether it's at home, setting things up at the house where he can do his recovery, and then at the facility before and after practice. So if we are going to make a deep run, then we obviously need Ant to be healthy.
Nothing like buddy, bro.
So he look like
Nickname Dame Dash.
no, don't do that.
I ain't gonna lie, you look
Yeah, like Dame, look. I'm sure you. I think I look like everybody.
Big thing for his recovery, making sure that we stay on top of his mobility, his stretching, all of his ground activation work, ankle mobility, hip mobility, and then a ton of PNF work, and then we do a bunch of BFR training.
Is there anything you do in recovery that you hate to do?
BFR.
Training for tendinopathy that involves using low-resistant exercises combined with specialized cuffs to restrict venous blood flow. I'm tripping. Venomous.
Lazy, Jelly, man. Come here, Pop. Man, we need that Pop, man. Watch him. Now, watch him right there.
He doesn't like it, but it helps specifically with aerobic endurance training, hypoxia, improving oxygen efficiency prior to competition, and that's something that we've been utilizing over the past few years.
My second year of my third year, I had a knee problem, and I missed a couple games. And then I started working with him. We was doing BFR, and my knee problem went away. So I was like, yeah, this is going to be one of them love-hate relationship things. Like, I'm willing to do it.
He go kicking and screaming, but he get it done.
Has it been like hard, like you're missing the games?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'd definitely rather be playing. Hell, yeah. But I was playing with my knee for a little minute, like 3 weeks. I got to see what my wind look like when I get back on the court, because right now I'm scared. I know when I start running, I'm going to be tired, so got to get it back. It's probably going to take me a week to get my wind back, to be honest.
I know I've been going. Hold on, let me see. Come on. Let me see. That's 5 minutes. Nah, let me see. Don't worry about that. That's 5 minutes.
Hey, Ian, it's Jenna. When you get in, let's talk through what your meal options look like for postseason. See you in a bit.
My name's Jenna Stangland. I'm Director of Nutrition for the Timberwolves and oversee Ant's nutrition every game day.
So like barbecue chicken, broccoli, and rice.
Oh, lemon pepper.
Yes.
No lemon pepper. No, I'm saying lemon pepper cool too.
The season is such a grind, so everything to optimize Ant's performance, recovery, and resilience for the entire season and postseason.
What time? 12:47. Or an hour from now?
My approach with Ant is meeting him where he's at and then seeing what tweaks we can agree on that are going to increase the nutrient density of what he's eating. So we're gonna set up Ant's order BBQ chicken. He does a lot of off-menu items, so we gotta write in the special request. 145.
You're bringing it in?
Yep. Now I'm gonna make a smoothie, so follow me. His immune protocol has significantly improved. It comes from him not wanting to miss a game for any type of cold or flu. If he can stay healthy, he is on board with it. So that's been awesome to see. This is a great way to get a bunch of antioxidants in. On the road, he is very routine with what he eats, which is chicken, teriyaki sauce, rice, and broccoli. At home, he has steak bites with teriyaki sauce, broccoli, and rice.
Steak bites? Come on.
There we have it. Muscle healing right here in a cup. Some other staples.
bites.
He
Write that
has a very specific sandwich. It's actually
Gotta write that down, bro. I need that. Steak bites? That sound good. Hold on, let's come from. Let me see. Let's see where they got steak bites at. In Miami. Steak bites, Miami. See, swear. Those really just spent their last 600 on the trip to Miami. Oh, and then go to eat steak bites at Moxie's. Moxie's got steak bites? Hold on. I need to write that down. Y'all don't even know where Moxie's is. Look it up. Don't crowd the place, bro, because I make space and room for me, bro. But that's fire. Moxie steak bites. How much is that, though? What's the price on that? I don't know. You got it on there. Steak. That's fire. Hold on. Steak bites. Steak bites. Hold on. There's multiple places in Miami got steak bites? Come with me to the dinner. Oh, this is Moxie's. Steak bites. All you seen is toes, gang. That's not what we're here for. That's what they look like. That look good. That look good. That look good. That look good. Moxie steak bites. Nice to know. Shout out that boy. Shout out her. Shout out I don't know her name, but shout out to her. I think I don't want to mess it up. I think it starts with an L though. Jenna. It starts with a J. My fault.
on our breakfast menu as the Ant special.
Ant's breakfast sandwich comes on an English muffin, extra crispy bacon, scrambled eggs with cheese, and the ratio is almost 1-to-1, so it's a thick sandwich, it's dense. So I usually do 2 eggs per, just to make sure there's enough for the sandwich. I'll do like 1 good pinched cheese like this, and then I'll do about another half of that.
He has them prepared the way his mom made them when he was a kid.
He's really particular about it. When he shows people how to make it, he usually uses a fork in a nonstick pan and destroys the pan. I figured out a way to not do that every time. I bought a little cute silicone spatula that works like a champ. The goal is dry and fluffy. So far, no complaints as long as I get the eggs right. Sometimes I'm on, sometimes I'm not, but he'll let us know if it's not. There you go.
All the nuances of shooting, man, it's a lot of detail that come into one and making it a natural jump shot. And so, with him, one of the things that he asked me to do is not to limit his shooting, right? So don't make him just a catch and shoot guy. Don't make him an off the dribble type of, shot guy, ISO shot guy. He wanted to have his shooting very diverse. So we made it an emphasis to clean up, the whole process. But the beautiful thing about the regular season is he's seen every coverage. He was really seeing what the NBA kind of wanted, in terms of, okay, what are they forcing Ant not to do? I know he's top 5 and seeing 2 people on him when he has the ball, especially with them pick and roll. And so we just made it a point to where now, we have a counter for everything. So if you're going to put 2 on us, we know how to beat that. You want to play us in the drop, we know how to beat that. If you want to tilt the floor, we know how to beat that. And that's where it comes in terms of having a multitude of shots to where not only can he take, but he can make these reads and hopefully make his teammates better at a higher level. One thing I think that separates him from anybody I've worked with is I don't think people understand how smart he is. The ability to watch something, see it done, and then actually replicate it and perfect it his way. Now, I've never seen that. You can show a guy this and it, it usually takes him about a month and a half to, start to feel comfortable with it. For him, it's a week. I think that's really rare for a guy, man. We started preparing for the playoffs a month after the season. We took a month off and we got back to it, and that was truly putting in the post game for him, right? So you kind of seeing that this year a little bit. So now he has other option to score with, but the playoffs is a marathon, and as we start building him back up, obviously he's injured right now. What we're going to do is start sharpening everything back up to where there is no box that you can kind of put him in, right? So just staying through the process, and can we prepare our bodies to be ready for the marathon?
And you're gonna push it today. Get that mind right. Get in here. Meet me in the weight room. Let's get that working.
So it's kind of a transition period for him in his career.
Yep, I'm still in the playlist. And ain't that Rui? Yeah, that's crazy. But oh, they playing Ghana. Okay, that's a banger right there. What else they got on? They got that different species. Akuna Matata, Living Wild, a banger too. I ain't trying to get copyrighted though. I'm gonna listen. I never heard different species. Well, I might have heard it. I just don't recognize the name. Let me see. Different species. Oh, this on Offset album. Yeah. Never mind. I do know this song. Bangers. All bangers, man.
So it's kind of a transition period for him in his career. I think all the fundamental skills have been worked on. I think he's achieved those goals. He's more explosive. He's stronger. So now we're transitioning, I think, into a phase where he's got to be a lot smarter. It's got to be more scientific, more cutting edge. So our goals are how are we going to maximize recovery this year? Just to give yourself an edge. Before the start of the season, he's like, I have to get stronger. I got to get my core, my upper body stronger to be able to finish at the rim more. So that was a major goal. And then later in the season, now we got to lighten up and get ready for the playoffs. So the goals have changed and evolved over the course of the season. What we're responsible for off the court is how can we improve athleticism? There's so many different factors. So one aspect we might work on some balance and coordination that might play into what he's worked on all summer, and that's his mid-range turnaround jumper. In the weight room, we might work on moving and controlling the body at different angles so that he's able to transfer that onto the court. So we talk about it all the time in the weight room when he's doing exercises, how it transfers. Hey, keep your head and shoulders still. That's finishing at the rim. So if I come push you and you're strong and your head and shoulders don't move, you're going to be more accurate. A little tween move. First and foremost, he has to be super strong to be able to change direction that quickly. And so loading heavy in the weight room will transfer into better explosiveness out on the court. Ant is different than other players in the league. So if you're talking about just physical development, you're looking at a lot of factors. You have balance and stability. You have strength, obviously. You have explosiveness. You have your endurance, your conditioning. So there's a lot of different factors that come into play when it comes to Ant reaching peak levels of performance. So we move from this more fundamental approach to a more advanced approach, which will allow him the ability to endure a longer, more productive career.
Hey, bro, before you call it, you got one more BFR session. We need you 100%. Oh, yeah, I'm about to beat your ass in Mortal Kombat. Let's get it, bro.
No! That isn't even pressing buttons, bro. I'm finna beat the fuck out you. That's what I'm finna. Stop pressing RB and LB. How about that? No! Come on, bro. 18! Alright, boy. Nah, ain't no damn.
That song hard. That song is hard. Hold on. Let me look it up. Anthony, I didn't know too much about Anthony. Do they got... What was that song? It said Playmaker Music by Turbo. Bro, cause why? What was it? Y6, I think? Is that what it said? The album Y6. Or has this not come out? Oh, I don't think it came out. Hold on. Is this a new thing that I'm discovering? Edward. I should look it up on here rather than looking it up on the thing. Let me see. Anthony Edwards. No, he may release that. I think maybe the album Year 6. It's 2026. YouTube videos, series. That's not what I'm talking about. The album Y6. The album is out now. Is there a song? I'm so confused. Whose song is that? I keep hearing. Is it in here somewhere? No. Where's the song? Lock into preparation prevents piss poor performance. But where the album at though? Let me see. Does it say it? Nah, don't say it. Don't talk about date or anything. I don't recognize this.
Come on, bro. 18, dog. Hell. Hey, boy. Nah, ain't no damn.
Bro, that's hard. What song is that? Let's go hard out here with me. Hold on. Did I find something? No, I did not. I didn't find anything. Bro, the whole time I think I found at the L words and I didn't. But I found this random looking dude. Bro, I'm gonna do some research, bro, cause I don't know, if he has a song or not. But hey, we figured it out one day. But you made this far in the video. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Yeah.